Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 212A, the Tier 9 Soviet SPG on the North spawn of Prokhorovka under the command of talon1958. Well, right at the end of the week, in a week where unfortunately there was a death in the family, Angelina managed to get the weekend lie-in very early on because she got an ace tanker, and when you score an ace tanker you win the contest outright straight away. But they've continued their duel, and this time round we got two replays, both in the 212A, and then Talon's up first. Let's see how he gets on. Right, well, he's decided to go to the, just slightly to the west on the back of the map, and he's looking towards the centre of the map, see if he can get anyone coming up to the centre to shoot up at the hill. It's good on this side because you can actually keep changing position fairly rapidly. Oh, we've got a couple of enemies. Super Hellcat and M46. Tier 9 game, Tier 7 tanks. He gets a hit directly on the Super Hellcat and he picks up 373 hit points off that. Now, these shells will do 900 alpha if they penetrate, but that looks like that was either a splash or right on him, and well, the Super Hellcat was taken out by our GW Panther with the very next shot. Okay, the M46 Patton's been spotted now. He's got a bit more armour, so it'll be a little more difficult to shoot, but Talon was dialed in already, and that shot was right next door to the Patton. Looks like he hit the railway wagon next to him, and he's changing position to avoid counter battery. As usual, he's firing nothing but HE with stun, because obviously he wants to pick up plenty of stun assist. Okay, we found a tank fairly close to the centre line of VK101P. He's dialed in, rounds out, and right on the target. No explosion, so he definitely hit him. Trouble is, the VK101P is a 100-ton tank, which is very heavy and well armoured, so he probably didn't do that much in the way of damage. He'll probably damage these guys though if he fires at the ISU 152. Instead he's going to go for the T30 right up against the edge of the map. Rounds out, looks good, lands where he was seen, but he'll need to change position, otherwise he might be counter batteried. The enemy Arty is a Lorraine 15550 and a Batchat 15555. Okay, he's aiming up on the hill now because we've got a confrontation right up on top. It's a T20 there. But he's pulled down because that's that VK101P, and I think he's trying to shoot up at the guys who are going up the hill. He's fully dialed in. Rounds out straight away. Lands short. RNG said no. Well, at least they got the steel Waffenträger. Trouble is, that little dip there makes it very easy for the tanks that are hiding in it to go unspotted, just like that T20 just did. The GW Panther did get a shot in there, so he did get some hit points. Just holding on for a second. That's where he was last seen. Oh, we just managed to kill the enemy Type 59 as well. Okay, can't stay too long because if you do, you're wasting time. And there's the T20. He actually moves closer to the flip edge. Round out as he pulls back. Looks good. Oh, just got some stun. It did look good though. He placed it where he should have placed it. Okay, there's a fairly lightly or fairly heavily damaged Tiger up on top of the hill. Instead he's going to go for the M46 Patton again, who just dies. Okay, we've got a Scorpion, and that's the plainclothes Scorpion. He's down the dip and he's trying to kill our what is it down here? It's a Leopard down at the bottom of the hill. He fires in at the Scorpion, but I think he left that too far back and it misses the Scorpion. I think we're about to lose the Leopard as well. Okay, ready to go again. Lining it up, dialing in. This Tiger 1 managed to get a kill. Our Leopard is no more. See if we can get around into the Scorpion. That looks good. Even though it wasn't fully dialed in. Again, it was exactly where he aimed it. So hopefully he did damage the Scorpion as he was coming out of the water. Change his position just a little bit. That's all you need. Throws the enemy off the scent. Even if they're looking from overhead, they're going to get it wrong. Now the T-30 was sitting down in that bush, but we've got the ISU-152, which will make a much better target because they're thinly armoured. So he lines up ahead. Oh, he fires and the ISU jukes and goes forward. So yes, he missed out on that, but he did get some stun assist off it. Okay, we've got a Renegade making his way towards the bowl, but he pulls back before he can get badly damaged. He did take a hit though, so that's one thing. There's that VK again on the centre line. He makes a good target. We're almost loaded. Okay, line him up behind. He's pulling back quickly. Oh, and that was a direct hit behind the VK. And that one looks like it landed directly in front of him. The Renegade will make a better target now because he's lower on hit points. Okay, where are you, Renegade? No, he can't see the Renegade now. And his teammates are not moving forward, so they can't see where the enemy tanks are. There's one of them, the IS-2 shielded, dialed in, runs out straight away, and a direct hit. 276 this time. And he's getting, I think that did hit the IS-2 shielded, but it didn't do any damage. So he didn't get any stun assist off that one. Okay, Renegade's still moving backwards and forward at the centre line, which is not very good for his health. You see where the enemy Arty is? They're at the back on the west side. We lost contact with the Renegade, but we've got the IS-2 shielded and he's moving forward quite rapidly. It looks like he just got tracked. Here we go. Rounds out. Direct hit! And a big one at this time. 406 hit points, and he's changing position to avoid counter battery and also to hide in the corner. But he doesn't need to hide actually because the IS-2 shielded was taken out by our T-34-3, so he's just repositioned so they can't counter battery him. Over on the hill there's an enemy heavy up there, the Tiger 1, but he's very low on hit points. And in fact actually we're 700 hit points ahead of the enemy at this point. Oh, and the Tiger 1 dies to the Viz-44, so that's a wasted shell. But it wasn't Talon's fault because, whoa, that was a counter battery. It wasn't his fault because he couldn't know that the Viz-44 was going to get a kill shot there. Okay, VK on the centre line again. We still can't see that Renegade, but he is the better target because this thing is so heavily armoured. Now, can he get a kill? Okay, he's loaded. Rounds out. He adjusts slightly back. Oh, and he get him! He did get him. He splashed him to death. The round landed right on top of him, but not on him. So it was right next door to him, and it's enough to splash him to death. And he's changed position to avoid the counter battery again. So we're 2 ahead of the enemy now. We know there's an Arty and a T-30 down on the west side of the map. We know there's a Renegade somewhere up near the centre line. And he's hovering around that rock. There he is. Yep, okay. Line him up. Dial in. Almost ready. Okay, he's pulling forward. He's juking well. But he takes that round and he's out of the game as well. Lovely shot there by Talon. A scorcher of a shot because it hit him directly. He worked out that he was bouncing backwards and forwards to try and throw him off. But it didn't work this time. Talon was wise to what he was doing. Okay, T-30 is down here. He was last seen in the bushes. We're marking the bushes, letting our teammates know where we're going. We're flooding down into the enemy rear now. There's only 2 tank destroyers, 2 Arty, and that was a direct hit on somebody. But then the enemy Arty responds and lands his shell directly in front of us. So now I think Talon needs to move closer to the road Because if he stays where he is right now, he is going to get counter battery, because that guy is watching for him. Okay, we know that there's somebody in the bushes, because that's where the last shell hits something. He's dialing in. But as soon as he fires, he will have to move straight away. Now the enemy Arty is at the back amongst the trees. There's the T-30. He pulled back altogether. So good job he didn't aim for the same spot. And the T-30 is now vulnerable. Rounds out. This could kill. Well, he did hit it, but too late, because the GW Panther got the shell in there before him and claimed the kill. So there's only 2 enemies left, and they're both Arty. 1,370 hit points of damage. He's trying to get as close as he can so he can get an accurate shot. I'm pretty sure that one of the Artys is behind the bushes in the usual place. But in fact, actually, the Lorraine tries to drive towards our teammates and gets taken out by the Borsig. And the other Arty must be somewhere around here. There he is. Rounds out. This could kill. Oh! And the kill goes to the Borsig before Talon can claim it. So an excellent game by Talon. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the second class tanker for talon1958 in the 212A. He got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one he managed to get 10, and he got a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, and his win rate was 3,519. And despite the fact that they weren't doing as much stun damage as he would have liked to get an ace tanker, he did get a very good result out of that battle, considering he got a Confederate even though he got 2 kills. Let's have a look at the team score and see how he did on that one. Well, we can see that he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went for the 3,455 hit points for the enemy Scorpion. And the second highest damage went to Talon with 2,931. Neither got a high caliber, and I suspect that's because it wasn't 20% of the enemy hit pool. When it came to kills, it was actually shared between the Borsig, who managed to get a Pascucci's medal for killing both enemy Arty, and the T-30 on the enemy team. He got 3 kills. And then 2 kills went to Talon, the T-34-3, the GW Panther, and the Batchat 155-55 on the enemy team. Their Renegade managed to get a patrol duty, and that's it on the medals. When it came to base XP, it's the T-34-3 on our team who did the best. 1,149 to him, 994 to the Skoda T-27, and Talon was third with 769. He fired 18 shots, 5 direct hits, no penetration, but 14 splash. Damage of 2,931, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 2, there's his Confederate. And also only got 80 stun hit points off 12 stuns. Yeah, they just weren't shooting the targets every time Talon stunned them. He earned 36,276 credits from the game, but he got 50,907 credits for compensation for the mission, and took away 52,803 credits for the game. He earned 1,153 XP times 2 for the first victory, took away 2,307 experience points altogether. So that's a pretty decent game. A very good win 8. But not as high a classification as he would have liked. That should have been an ace mastery if they had hit the tanks that he'd stunned. But there you go. Let's have a look at the second battle, and that one is with Angelina. And the next replay is on the north spawn of Mountain Pass. And you can see that Angelina's got 2 marks of excellence on the barrel of her howitzer, as well as quite a few achievement rewards on the sides of the vehicle. Okay, 900 alpha. Can do 52mm penetration. 37.39 seconds is the standard reload, and Angelina's got 30 seconds. Okay, ready to fire. Looking for her target. I thought I heard a fence post going down there, so I think somebody's in the area. And we're seeing some dust kicked up as well, so some of the enemy are there, but they're just not getting spotted. But somebody has been spotted, and it's an ISU 152 on the bridge road. He's hiding at the far end, which is not going to help him. Rounds out. Oh, that's a lovely shot. And in fact, actually, he got hit by, I think it's the T95 immediately after Angelina hit him. So she got 224 hit points of damage, and the T95 gave her 664 stun assist. Okay, she's looking to put another shot into the same spot. There's a few enemy tanks on the ice road. Okay, we've got an AMX-50 120 and a Caliban. Oh no, that's a prime target, a Kunstpanzer, thinly armoured, and she's got him side on. He's stationary to take shots at our teammates, and that is a penetrating shot into the side for 850. It's a low roll penetrator, but that's kind of ruined his day because now he's a one shot and can be splash killed. He's rocking backwards and forwards because he's desperate to not get hit. He knows that he's exceeded his welcome. I've got two tanks down the far end, the ISU-152 and the T-30. Rounds out. And that's a kill. So there was a good choice there because by hitting the ISU-152 she took a kill. If she'd hit the Kunstpanzer she wouldn't have earned much in the way of damage, but she would have gotten another kill off that one anyway. Took more hit points off the ISU-152. Okay, we've got a Tiger 2 to the side of the vehicle. There's a few heavy tanks in that area. Oh, now there's a VK101P, so she's got two tanks for one here. Rounds out. It goes long, and she gets some damage assist or some splash off the VK. Not damage assist, it's splash. Okay, she's lining up on the ice road this time. Okay, looking to put a shot into the Malshan. There's that Caliban again. Rounds out, looks good, and a hit. She can see the Caliban, she marked him, but oh, and he's gone. Okay, she's going to try and put another round into the Malshan if she can. We've got the bridge road now. With three tanks up on the enemy. Lining up the shots. Rounds out. Oh, and another hit. 407 hit points this time. Now she's just checking to the west pass. There's an E75 down there, as well as that Tiger 2 and VK101P. I think they've got that one well covered though, and it looks like our teammates on the ice road and the bridge road are likely to get to the enemy cap first. And we're now four tanks up on the enemy. She's going to go for the E75, rounds out. Oh, it hits the rock face and stuns our 705. He won't be happy about that. I think that sometimes when you're aiming for a tank which is actually right up against the rock like that, there's a good chance the shell's going to hit the rock face and stun your own teammates rather than go long. This time round she's... oh no, he's still staying close to the rock. He knows that he's safer there. So she's much better off going after the Tiger 2 this time. He's still way too close to that rock face. There's an enemy tank right up on top of the hill, the SU-130PM. She can't get a shot on this TVP VTU unless he pulls back. And I don't think she can get a shot on the SU-130PM. Ah, but she can hit this guy, the T-55A. He's using that rock for cover. So he's going to be a stationary target near enough. Rounds out. Lands next door to him for 195. That was a good shot. Didn't do much damage, but it did wake him up, let him know that he's being targeted, and that kind of unsettles them. They make mistakes. He's pulled back a bit now. He doesn't want to be so close to those tanks. And the enemy Arty's been spotted. It's the GW Tiger, which we found out today has got almost an impenetrable rear. Yeah, that base plate on the rear of the vehicle, if you hit it with a heat round, it can't bend, but if you hit it from above, it goes bang! Nice skill. Yes, Honest Gaming, people, Steve Wolst found out that if you try to penetrate the base plate of the RT on the rear of a GW Tiger, it acts as spaced armour and the heat rounds can't get through it. Nope, that one hit the rock face, so she didn't get that. The enemy's still putting up a fight even though there's only 3 of them left. She's focusing on that Tiger 2 for the moment. The TVP's too difficult to hit. We know he's just behind that rock. The VK100-01P is fighting out against the 705. Don't think we have to worry about him. All 3 are difficult shots. In fact, it's all 2 now. No, all 1, because they've all died. It's just the Tiger 2 now. And she's going to put a round onto him. Yep, 334. Good hit. Means she's now up to 3,200 hit points. And he's the last enemy, and he's dead. That's the game. So the game for Angelina was almost the same as Talon's. He got a second class tanker and so did Angelina. He got a bruiser medal, so did Angelina. And they both managed to get a Confederate medal, but I think Angelina just beat Talon because he only had 3,519 win 8. Whereas Angelina had 3,890, which means she scored a higher mark, even though she's, well, already won the contest, so to speak. Let's have a look at the team score. And the highest damage in the game actually went to the E75 on our team with 5,124. The second highest damage was the T95, 3,407. And the third highest damage in the game went to Angelina with 3,227 and her Confederate. The T95 got a steel wall and patrol duty, the E75 the high caliber. When it came to kills, it was actually shared between the E75 and the E75 on the enemy team. They both got 3 kills apiece. 2 kills went to the T95, to Angelina, the Object 705, the Caliban on our team, and the Indian Panzer. Only 1 member of the enemy team managed to get 2 kills, and that was the SU-130PM. When it came to base XP, it's E75 again who's top with 1,404, 1,208 to the T95, and this time in 3rd place is the Object 705, and Angelina got 4th place with 906, not too far behind. She fired 11 rounds in this game, got 5 direct hits on the enemy and 2 penetrations as well. 3,227 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 8 of the enemy, killed 2. There's a Confederate, and 875 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns. So she did better on stun on this game than Talon did on his. She earned a total of 104,004 credits profit from this game. And she also took away 2,718 experience points as well. And said, nice damage for a change. Yes, it was actually. They were not only allowing her to get good pens on the enemy, which is, well, not often seen at high tiers. But when you do get pens, it is worthwhile. And it was also that that Kunstpanzer gave a good one away. And I think the other one she penned was the ISU 152. I'll just check that. No, it wasn't. So who else was it that she penned? It was the Kunstpanzer, and it was the GW Tiger that she penned. There you go. But yes, a decent battle for Angelina. I think she probably enjoyed that one because it was a challenge. Just keep active, pumping out those shells, hitting enemy targets, getting stun assist, and you soon end up with the medals. So I hope you enjoyed both those replays. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below. It feeds the algorithm. And on Sunday, a new contest will start and Talon and Angelina will be at it again to score the best victory of the week and get the next lion. Thanks for watching.